Welcome back, my little recusants, to another episode of our Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories 100% guide. Just looking through Jiminy's journal, we're after getting a bunch of new card collections. So the friend card Aladdin, along with the genie summon and gravity magic. So all is going quite well. We also got the 3 wishes keyblade, excuse me. But we are filling up that card index slowly but surely. And as I say, we're able to revisit the worlds anyway. But essentially, the core principles are calm bounty, Moogle room, attack everything. Because as you know, nearly every world has its own unique keyblade that we can find. And every calm bounty or bounty claim room will give us another card for the index unique to that world. We're also after getting the ether, and I think we had the high potion from Olympus. I just didn't get there, but stack more to stun enemies and then produce more Moogle orbs. So you can guarantee when we get to late stage trophy grinding, we are going to circle back and use Agrabah as kind of a grinding spot, because it's irrelevant as to what floor you're on. Like, higher floors don't give better Moogle prizes. The only thing the floors dictate is experience treasure orbs. So the fact that we're going back to a lower floor with like less strength of enemies, etc., is irrelevant. Basically, Aladdin will generate Moogle points, and that'll be absolutely fantastic. We're filling up the bestiary, I suppose. We're filling up all the different Heartless and all of the different enemy cards. So we had gotten a Bandit enemy card as well. You're going to have to forgive me a little bit, just because my recollection of these, my deck and the cards that I have, are a little bit muddled. I suppose just to explain that there was a recording mishap. I basically completed an area, saved the game, and then looking back over the footage realised the footage was unusable. So I basically, Monstro was fine, but the world of Halloween Town I essentially skipped. We're going to pause this for a cutscene. I'll chat in a second.
Who could that have been before, in my memory? It wasn't Kyrie, but another girl? Maybe... I think her name was...
Sora! Let's go! You wanna find Rico and the kid, don't you?
Sure. Man, it was right on the tip of my tongue. I remember.
Huh?
There was another girl.
What? A girl? Where?
No. I mean on the islands where I used to live. Besides Kyrie and Riku, there was one other girl I was friends with. The 4 of us played together all the time.
Sora? Seems to me that's the first time you've mentioned her.
Yeah. I guess I forgot all about her. I think she just suddenly went away when I was still really little.
What do you think makes you remember that now?
I'm not sure, but it's been coming back in pieces as we go through the castle.
Gosh, do you remember her name?
I don't remember. I feel kind of dumb. We said we weren't gonna forget our friends, and well now, I can't even remember her name.
Sora.
Oh, you shouldn't be worrying none. If it's been coming back to you in pieces, you're sure to remember her name just like everything else.
So yeah, massive upheaval. Sora is gaining memories of another girl on the islands. And hopefully we can remember her name shortly. But it is unusual, Donald. We had never mentioned her ever before. How curious. But we're going to hop in chronological order. But as I was saying, Halloween Town was a little bit of a disaster. And once we get by the little text cutscene to introduce Monstro, I will explain more fully what that meant. What a weird place. Everything's super spongy. Nice and warm too. I'm starting to feel like taking a nap. I think you should all be a little bit more worried. Who's there? You're inside the belly of Monstro the whale. Why, I know that voice. Pinocchio, Pinocchio, it's you. Come on out. Is that you, Jiminy? Gosh, I thought I'd never see you again. Gee, there's no way I wouldn't find you again. I'm your conscience. And your conscience will always be your guide, remember? Sure, Jiminy, I've been a good boy, I promise. I didn't tell a single lie. Uh-oh. Well, for Pete's sake. Oops. But how did you end up inside Monstro anyway? We sort of just used a special way. It's so special, we don't know how we did it. That's too bad. I was hoping to get me and my father out of here. Well, I'll be. Geppetto's here too. He sure is. Follow me. So yeah, sometimes the dialogue in the text is just really, really funny. But yeah, diving into Monstro, just again, I can show you where the deck is at and how we're kind of getting by in terms of our deck building. But we can get lovely magic cards like Gravity by just breaking open all the different bits and pieces. And we're after getting another enemy card that is so funny. But we get the Shadow. I think we already had a copy of that. But as I say, sometimes it can just be, you know, so random, the stuff that you can get. And I wasn't even aiming for like an enemy card at all. It just was, all right, here, take one. Have a good one. But anyway, something disastrous happened in the floor going up. So we're kind of going to have to enter parallel universes here because I finished Monstro. We make the save. The footage is fine. I then pick up my next recording footage. I play through Halloween Town's floor and subsequent like boss fight cutscenes, all the rest of it. And then I play a bit further into the next floor. And then I realize, looking back over the footage, they're untenable. So I actually had to restart a whole new Proud mode, run through the other 5 floors, because again, it's not as if I could just show you Halloween Town, because I had then gone and fought the subsequent boss. And, you know, didn't have an extra save for all of that. So I had to literally replay all of this all over again. So once we get to Halloween Town in this other save, you're going to notice I have completely different stats. I have completely different cards. And the playtime is so less, like so little. But anyway, what you need to do every world to kind of guarantee you're going to get your sleight or your card is to use a calm bounty. We're after getting Fire Raid, so we can now do the raid spell with fire as well as with Blizzard. We're after getting a Wishing Star Keyblade, so that's essentially this world's collectibles done. You couldn't see, but I was doing a little air quotes. But once you have the world's Keyblade, as well as the world's claim bounty or treasure chest gotten, you're fairly grand, you know? And as I say, hitting things can get you wishing stars quite quickly. But as well as that, if you also go to Moogle rooms and buy attack card packs, you should then unlock the world specific Keyblade. So, and you'll see that we found another room, that room with the golden key card that we've not kind of had before. We are going to get to those very, very shortly. But just know that obviously we are aware of them now and they're of no use to us currently. But yeah, back to another reading cutscene. Woohoo! Geppetto! Bless my soul, it's Jiminy Cricket. How did you get here? You tell me, how does a clockmaker wind up in the belly of a whale? Well, it's a long story. You sailed out to look for Pinocchio and Monstro swallowed you? Yes, but I found my son and I would do anything for Pinocchio. But you can't now, but now you can't get out, can you? Being stuck in the belly of a whale is awful. Not if Pinocchio and I are together. That's what makes it better. There's nothing better than being reunited with someone that you care about. Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't care if I'm trapped here as long as I have Pinocchio. He's such a good boy. Well, he still tells fibs, but with my help... Oh, Jiminy, you worry too much. Speaking of Pinocchio, where is he? He was here a minute ago. Where is he gone? I expect he's off exploring. That boy's been poking around away just about everywhere inside this monster. He won't tell me why, but it's so important, and I tell him it's dangerous, but he still goes anyway. That boy's a handful, Sora. Maybe we'll go have a look for him? I know, you want us to go help you find him, right? Come on, guys. Let's get going. And we then unlock the key to guidance as well as our movement. We unlock high jump. And unlike, you know, in Kingdom Hearts 1 where it's like a shared ability we can toggle on and off, we just jump high all the time now. But I'm not going to give out. And here is basically where we ended up... I ended up skipping the cutscene because what ended up happening as well is... This is where, like, the Kingdom Hearts run started getting a bit cursed. So what happened was, we ended up in a situation where I was grinding loads, hadn't saved, and I ended up in a situation where I had that glitch, and you can see the short in one of my playlists, but basically I ended up with a glitch where I loaded into a save room, and I ended up falling into the darkness of the abyss between, like, the map tiles, and I had to restart the whole part of Monstro again. So, as I say, from what you saw, we didn't have much in the way of fighting monsters or anything, but just know that when we restarted, I would have gone back, put in a calm bounty room, and put in a Moogle room. And, you know, that would have seen us through that. And then we ended up going straight there, getting the high jump. And now we have other rooms like Teeming Darkness that I was grinding in. And the grind looked a little bit like this. So you just get them summoned, you then go to the right angle. You, on the backswing, get both lightning enemies. And then, because of our Blizzard boost, you're able to pretty much one-shot all of these air pirates with a 1-2 Uniflu situation. And then we have Donald, and hopefully he will, you know, do something useful. You know, like not heal me at full health. But thanks, Donald. I know that it's not like you don't do it on purpose. You just do it to keep it spicy, to keep me guessing. But, as I say, collect more cards, get more levels. This one's a real higgledy-piggledy of blue rooms, which generally don't spawn enemies, so the looming darkness was where looming and theming darkness was where I was kind of grinding up my levels. And then we can just skedaddle through these not dangerous rooms until we get to all our different keys. And, you know, to try and buck tradition, we are actually going to be having our main boss fight in the second room. So red card and a card below 5 will do just fine. And we're actually going to go straight into a parasite cage fight. And just like in Kingdom Hearts 1, we end up fighting him in the kind of toxic stomach acidy area. Oh! Pinocchio, what are you thinking? You know Geppetto worries when you wander off. Jiminy was worried too. I'm sorry. What are you doing anyway? Looking for something? Yeah, I'm looking for treasure. Lies! Liar! Here we go again. But Jiminy... Now don't be hard on the little fella, Jiminy. We promised not to get mad, Pinocchio. Is that why you're afraid to tell us? No need to fret. Tell us the truth and we'll understand. Put your trust in Goofy. And that is why Goofy is best dad. Goofy is the only dad in the whole crew that we have. And Max isn't in the Kingdom Hearts universe, but like the wiser, sage Goofy with his dad advice right now, top tier parenting, you know, well done Goofy. I'm not even reading, but we're getting into some moral ambiguity now with saying lies because you love your dad, you don't want him to like, you know. Yeah, so exactly. Donald then coming in clutch with the uncle advice, you know, have courage, tell your dad that you're, you know, trying to find a way for them to escape. And, you know, Sora and co are now going to help Pinocchio figure a way out. And Pinocchio's going to be brave and not keep secrets. But sensing the drama like an absolute tea-fiend to the heart that says like, courage, honest communication, positive parent-child dynamics, not on my parasitic watch. And he goes, nom nom nom, and eats Pinocchio. And now we have to set him free. Sora, like, he said he's trapped, and you can visibly see he's trapped. So I don't know why you're like, what? It's like you've witnessed it. It's just happened, Sora. Get with the program. But we now have our Blizzard boost, and we have our amazing damage. The only problem is, if we stay in the sludge, we get damage over time. So the gimmick cards cleanse the ground of all of its nastiness, and we can now chop away with our keyblades, blast it with ice, and hopefully with a nice handy jump in the air, we can heal and get all our cards back. He's now actually stunned, so if we're able to hit him, we get health orbs to kind of counteract the toxic. But now we get in an awful situation because we get caught in the blitz while in the goo, but we are actually getting by not too bad because one, we can jump in the air, but we just need to get out of the horribleness. And now I'm like, okay, can I just jump around, please? Can I just start attacking? And as I say, once you have your cards in the right order, you can do lots of damage. That was an example of an atrocious order of cards there. And then Nightmare Fuel happens. I then summon Goofy. I fall off the oak. I'm literally dying. But thankfully, Goofy comes in clutch. Now, what's really important while we're talking about these parallel timelines, when refighting Hades, got a hidden achievement. And the hidden achievement could have just as easily been finangled in this boss area. Basically, you have to heal when on less than like 5% health. So if you let your health get really, really low and have Curaga stacked, you can stand in the poison, get really low in a controlled way, and then heal yourself. What happened in the Hades situation was I basically managed to just beat the boss on one hit point, and then I attacked a box, health orbs appeared, and I healed myself, and the trophy counted that as healing on like low hit points. I literally had like 2 hit points to spare. It was wild. But I wasn't planning to get it, so I ended up getting it off screen, which was not too bad. But just to explain, here could be a good place to like save and practice getting that hidden achievement. The TLDR of this whole situation is, oh, when Pinocchio jumped around inside the belly of the Heartless spat him out and died. I would have thought it was the constant pummeling of magic shields, keyblades and whatnot, but no, the puppet did it all. Truly an inspiration to us all. But now the conversation is, well, Sora, if we can cause a big commotion within Monstro, maybe Monstro will spit everybody out. And unfortunately, my HP just wasn't high enough to get the tightrope walker. But we're getting tons of really nice stuff, like potion cards, etc. And a part of me wonders, actually, yeah, so literally that sort of thing happened with the Hades situation. I jumped on something, got health points, and my health was low enough in comparison to my max health that it counted as healing on like less than 5% health. So obviously the higher your hit points are as well, the easier it is to kind of cheese that trophy out, particularly on high difficulties. But just a little infomercial, so you know that. But basically, after this episode, we're going to basically have like cutscenes, and then we're going to be running into the Halloween town, where we're going to have to go into the multiverse and pick up our story with a completely different Sora, completely different level up sets, completely different cards. But just know that after Halloween town and the subsequent boss, when we get further into the castle, we will be picking up and then resynchronizing with this version of Sora going forward, okay? But it was literally, because this is our current undefeated run. We have not died and had to hit continue, and we've also grinded for way, way longer. We're much higher level, and we've way more enemy cards than the kind of quick version I did, trying to just zoom through all the early floors and just getting Sora back to a place where I could fight in Halloween Town and beat the boss and, you know, synchronize ourselves back up. Looks like this is as far as we go. Ready then? Let's shake things up. It would be easier if we had something to fight. Perfect timing. Looks like we've got company. Now, this is a very silly little mini game, but with Blizzard Raid and Blizzard Boost, we really trivialize this. You just need AoE attacks, and the whole thing is, the more Heartless you defeat in a rapid succession, the more quickly Monstro's, you know, discomfort bar fills. And like, as you can see, Blizzard is causing massive destruction. And as I say, once you just have a KO relatively quickly, one after the other, it fills the bar really, really quickly. And like that, one last Blizzaga gets us the Dumbo summon, and that's going to be the conclusion of Monstro. And we are going to pick up our next episode with cutscenes going into the final world. And then we're going, cutscenes finishing this world, going up to the next floor, and then we're going to start into our Halloween Town run, keeping in mind this is not the same universe, this is not the same Sora, so if things seem drastically different between parts, just know that it's because I just wanted to give you the little story beats and the kind of card collecting that you need to do and ability collecting you need to do in Halloween Town. And then, you know, obviously not missing massive story, because there's a huge kind of story-based boss fight and story-based cutscenes that I didn't want you to miss either. So that's been me, the RPG Recusant here, signing out, and I hope you've had a wonderful time watching this video, and I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you've been watching this. Have a good one.